Ugh, this is so unfair. No phone for a whole night? I mean, I know I'm a teenager, but don't I have human rights? Well, getting sent to your room and taking your phone away for an evening probably isn't a violation of your human rights. But since you asked and you seem to have some extra time to kill, who are you? Oh, I'm a future version of you from a timeline where you become a human rights lawyer. Oh, cool. Wait, another timeline? Don't worry about it. Let's just focus on human rights. So, do you want to learn about them or what? Okay, I'll bite. What are human rights? This is Can Explains the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Human rights are a set of rules and expectations that help us understand what all people deserve. Every human being is entitled to these rights. So it doesn't matter how old you are, where you live, your race, your religion, how rich you are, or who your favorite K-pop artist is, everyone deserves the same human rights? Exactly. By the way, it's Jungkook. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted in 1948 by the United Nations General Assembly. So, is the Declaration a law that everyone has to follow? It was more aspirational. The people who created it knew that at the time, not every person in the world could have access to these rights. But the goal was to have a standard that every government and individual could be held to. So how many rights are there? The UDHR... UDHR? Yeah, that's the short form. Don't interrupt. There are 30 articles, so it's not a very long document. 30 kind of is a lot. Can you break them down a little bit? Some of the rights include right to life, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, right to education, right to leisure. Right to leisure? Yes, you really should read through all 30. Okay, I think CBC Kids News has the full list on their website. I can just look them up now. Wait, I can't look them up without my phone. Forgot how attached we were to those things in 2023. I think I understand the basics. But who created the UDHR? The chair of the committee that drafted the declaration was Eleanor Roosevelt. Oh, I've heard of her. Her husband was the US President Franklin Roosevelt. That's her. The drafting committee included 8 others from different countries. Okay, so those 9 people wrote it and they got to decide what was in it. Not exactly. It went through several drafting committees. 50 UN member states took part in writing it. Wow, and everyone agreed? It was hard. There was a lot of discussion and debate. But on December 10th, 1948, it was adopted by the United Nations General Assembly, which is made up of different countries from around the world. Part of what brought the UN members together is that the world had just experienced a really horrible war. Oh yeah, the Second World War. There was a lot of human rights violations. Exactly. Achieving and maintaining peace was a key reason for creating a universal document. Now this all sounds really nice, but what does the Declaration actually do? The UDHR has inspired more than 70 human rights treaties worldwide, according to the UN. The fundamental rights laid out in it are in many countries' laws, including Canada's. But human rights are still routinely violated, right? Unfortunately, yes. Human rights are still violated all over the world. The United Nations can't act on their own. The rights stated in the UDHR can only be upheld if the international community enforces them. So what can regular people do? People who live in countries that have signed on to the Declaration, like Canada, can point to it and put pressure on their governments to act. Another purpose of the Declaration is to educate people about their rights. Yeah, that makes sense. You have to know what rights you are entitled to so you can demand them. To that end, it is one of the most translated documents in the world. It is available in over 500 languages. This all sounds pretty interesting, but isn't the document kind of dated? I mean, in my time, it's already 75 years old. There are some things not covered in the Declaration that would seem pretty obvious in the 21st century, like the internet, artificial intelligence, and climate change. Those weren't really big issues in 1948, I guess. No, but they are issues that the UN and human rights advocates are taking seriously today. I've learned so much. I want to share this with the world. You know what? We should make a YouTube video or something. Oh wait, my phone. Well, I actually have to go. Wait, I have a meeting with Prime Minister Justin Bieber. What? Hope you learned something useful. Justin Bieber? Did you all hear that too? What is going on in that timeline? Well, that's it for KN Explains. I'm Sophia Smoke, signing off.